Hey, it is your boy Sodium Bromide, and today I'm going to be doing an average player review on the Devil's Ruin Exotic Sidearm. But before I do that, I'd just like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, as this is a little bit late and I didn't post during that time. So, yeah, and also I am working on posting a little bit more regularly. I mean, not regularly, more frequently, I guess. And I'm working on a average player review for the Python Gambit ritual weapon, so that should come out soon. And yeah, let's get into the video. So to do this quest, to get it, you're gonna have to do a quest. You get it by completing any sundial run. Once you complete it, at the very top, above all your rewards in the reward area, there's gonna be a quest. You grab it, you talk to Saint 14, you do a mission. It has some really cool dialogue, and then you get the weapon. That's it. I didn't think they could beat out Leviathan's Breath for easiest quest, but it looks like they did. So, for the stats, we have 300 rounds per minute. So, basically like Drang is the best example I can come up with. It has an impact of 49, a range of 64, stability of 68, handling of 54, reload speed of 24, aim assistance of 56, and then a recoil direction of 100, which is the big thing. That means it is completely vertical, the recoil. So let's talk about the perks. For the intrinsic exotic perk, it is called Close the Gap, and it reads variable trigger, press and release to fire individual shots, hold to charge up a high-powered staggering laser, strong against unstoppable champions. So essentially what this is saying is you can just fire it like a regular sidearm, and then if you hold the trigger, it'll charge up a beam and it'll fire something very similar to the 1000 voices, as the beam is basically just a mini 1000 voices, and I'll talk more in depth about that later. For the second perk, we have Extended Barrel, which increases range, decreases handling speed, and controls the recoil a little bit. We have Projection Fuse, which increases range. And our second exotic perk, which is Pyrogenesis, fully charging the laser refills the magazine from reserves. I can see how that might be confusing. So how it works is you can fire off 14 shots out of the 15-shot magazine, and then if you hold to charge up the laser, it'll refill it all the way to 15 and then drain all of that. So that means that you can fire 14 shots and then do the laser without having to ever reload, which is pretty nice. And then the final perk is going to be Combat Grip, which controls the recoil a lot. So let's talk about this weapon. I messed around with it in both PvP and PvE, and it might be a little bit biased of me saying that I love it because I've always been a lover of sidearms, but it is a lot of fun. It's really unique. In PvP, it has sort of some skill in deciding whether or not to use the laser beam or just firing off individual shots like normal sidearm, and I do believe that one burst of laser, if you're hitting all of your shots, can down a full health guardian. I'm not sure what resilience, but I do believe it can. So it's pretty good. How I was using it is I would fire a few shots off, get them pretty low, and then I would charge up the laser and get around a corner or something. But yeah, it's fun. It's really a lot of fun. And then in PvE, I ran Sundial once or twice. I did a few forges, and that's pretty much it as of making this video. But it's really good. With some majors, you can, those smaller yellow health targets, I don't really know what they're called, but it absolutely shreds through them. And then if you're going up against a major, you can fire 14 shots and then charge up the last one, and it drains their health a lot. It does pretty well for a sidearm. Obviously, I don't think it's going to beat out something like Recluse or most submachine guns. Last Hope's probably better as well, but it is really a lot of fun to use, and I would definitely recommend picking it up as the quest is extremely easy. So that's pretty much it. This is going to be pretty short. I'd say it's a really fun exotic, but most likely I am going to go back. I'm just going to end up putting it in my vault, go back to my Last Hope, back to my Traveler's Judgment eventually, but I'd say it's really fun. If there's ever Solar Singe on a Nightfall or whatever, definitely pull it out. I'm sure it'd be really enjoyable. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.